All right. Hey folks, good morning. Welcome to the Apalachicola National Forest. I'm Josh King. This is Walter Chinkle.
I'm Walter Chinkle.
And we're going to talk briefly about an experiment we're running here that involves manipulating fire ant populations along roadsides. In some of our previous work, we made a discovery that fire ants recruit to and persist very well in roadsides, but not so much in the natural areas here that you see adjacent to the roadsides. And so one of the questions that we're interested in now is if you remove fire ants from these roadsides, what happens to the native ants? Do they move in? And to do that, we have some specialized equipment that we use to manipulate fire ants. Essentially, we use a system that generates really hot water to kill fire ant populations, which we will be doing along long stretches of road. So this is the hot water trailer. It consists of a large volume of water in a standing tank here. It's 425 gallons on a trailer. The water flows from the tank into a pump, which is this component here. The pump and the electrical systems are charged here through a small motor and a battery. The water comes into the pump and then is fed into a burner, and this is a diesel-fired burner that generates the hot water. It's under thermostatic control, so we can set it to whatever temperature we want. Once passing in through the burner and getting heated, the water exits here through the hose reel, and then we can inject the water. In this case, it's essentially a pressure wash system, but it's not under pressure. It's a low pressure delivery, and this allows us to deliver it quite some distance from the trailer, so we can travel along through the landscape and control fire ants wherever we need to control them for our experiments.
It will continue to focus.
So the method that we use is essentially a hot water injection system to control the fire ants. And we do that because we're interested in controlling fire ants and only fire ants. And the hot water method allows us to do that. We can target individual colonies, remove those colonies by killing them with hot water from the sites where we want to manipulate the fire ant populations. And then we'll monitor those ant communities using a pitfall trapping method, essentially where we can collect the workers of other ants. And we're going to run this experiment over 3 years, and we will maintain the sites by continuing to keep the fire ant populations reduced by repeatedly coming back and eliminating the populations with hot water. It's a rather simple method. In the strictest sense, we have a machine that generates large volumes of high temperature water, just under boiling. And we use a wand mechanism to inject the water into the mounds, flooding all of the below ground chambers with high temperature water and killing all of the colony members.
And as additional data that allow us to come back year after year and look for survival and also estimate the density of the colonies, we take GPS coordinates of each of the colonies before we kill them.